Hello, young dreamers and adventure seekers! Imagine flying over twinkling city lights, discovering hidden wonders in a place full of giants and magic. Join me, Peter Pan, as I share my unbelievable adventures in the magical city of New York. Will I outsmart tricky shadows and make new friends? Buckle up for a tale of courage, laughter, and endless imagination on Apple Lemon Kids Eve. If you're ready for fun, hit subscribe now and let's fly. Before we soar into this story, a quick shout out. If you love stories that spark your imagination, subscribe to Apple Lemon Kids for more magical tailies every week. Now, gather round. Children, it's story time with me, Peter Pan. Hello there, little ones and big dreamers alike. I'm Peter Pan, the boy who never grows up. And oh, do I have a tale for you today? Picture this. I'm flying high above the stars one night in Neverland, with my fairy friend Tinkerbell sprinkling pixie dust behind me. But sometimes, even eternal boys like adventures in new places. That's when I decided to whisk away to a bustling city called New York. Why New York? Well, I'd heard whispers from the Lost Boys about its shining towers that touch the clouds and streets full of wonders. Did you know New York is nicknamed the Big Apple? It's not because of fruit, it's from an old saying about the best prizes in horse racing, like picking the ripest apple. Isn't that curious? It made me hungry for excitement. With a handful of pixie dust and a joyful crow, Tink and I zoomed through the night sky. We passed over oceans and mountains until we spotted it. A glowing island surrounded by twinkling lights, like a giant fairy village come to life. As we descended, the wind carried sounds of honking taxis, laughing people, and the distant rumble of subways underground. New York isn't like Neverland. It's full of grown-ups rushing about, but I could sense the magic hidden everywhere. We landed softly in a huge green park, Central Park. They call it. Fun fact! This park is as big as 20 football fields and has lakes, zoos, and even a castle. Tink giggled as she hid in my pocket, her light flickering like a firefly. But adventures don't start without a bit of trouble, do they? As I skipped along a path lined with tall trees, I heard a cry. Help! My kite's stuck. It was a little girl named Mia, about your age, with curly hair and wide eyes. She was tugging at a string, tangled high in a branch. Without thinking, I flew up, flew, and untangled it in a flash. Mia's jaw dropped. Are you ... a superhero? Say, aske. I winked and said, better I'm Peter Pan. From that moment, Mia became my new friend. She told me she lived nearby and dreamed of exploring the city, but was scared of getting lost. Fear, that's something even I know about. It teaches us to be brave, doesn't it? We all feel it sometimes, but facing it together makes us stronger. Mia invited me to her home for cocoa hot steamy mugs that warmed us like a hug from a teddy bear. Her family was amazed by my stories of pirates and mermaids, but they didn't believe I could really fly. Show us, her brother, Max, challenged. With Tink's help, I sprinkled dust on them, and up we went, hovering above their cozy apartment. Laughter filled the air. But, oh no! Outside the window, I spotted a shadowy figure lurking in the alley. It was a lost shadow. Not mine this time, but one that had escaped from a street performer's puppet show. Shadows can be tricky. They follow us, but sometimes wander off if we're not careful. This one was causing mischief, knocking over trash cans and scaring pigeons. We have to catch it. Primera, Decla, Red. Mia and Max nodded, their eyes sparkling with excitement. We dashed out into the night, Tink lighting the way like a tiny lantern. New York at night is a wonderland of lightsted. You know the Empire State Building That tall silver tower was once the tallest in the world and glows in different colors for holidays. We zipped past it, the city buzzing below like a hive of busy bees. The shadow darted toward the Hudson River. So we, following, leaping over bridges and dodging yellow taxis. "Hold my hand," I told Mia as we ran. "Friendship is like pixie dust. It makes impossible things possible." Halfway through our chase, we paused on a ferry boat crossing the water. The cool breeze ruffled our hair, and the city lights danced on the waves. Mia shared a secret. She was moving soon and felt sad about leaving her friends. "Will I make new ones?" she asked. I sat her down and said, "Of course. Just like how I found you tonight. Remember, imagination is your best friend. Turns ordinary days into adventures." That's a lesson from my own heart. Never stop dreaming, no matter how old you get. It keeps the world magical, Max added. And teamwork, like catching the shadow together. We high-fived, feeling braver already. Speaking of teamwork and fun adventures, if you're enjoying flying along with me, Mia, and Max in New York, make sure to subscribe to Apple Lemon Kids. They bring stories just like this to life, full of wonder and lessons that stick with you. Hit that button, and let's keep the magic going. Energized, we spotted the shadow hiding near the Statue of Liberty. Oh, what a sight. She's a giant lady holding a torch, welcoming everyone to America. Curiosity time. Did you know she was a gift from France over 100 years ago, symbolizing freedom? Her full name is Liberty Enlightening the World, and she's made of copper that turned green from the weather like a patina on old coins. Tink buzzed excitedly as we approached by boat. The shadow tried to trick us, mimicking scary shapes in the fog, but we weren't fooled. Shadows can't hurt us if we shine light on them. Primera, shoute. Mia held up her phone's flashlight. Max threw his jacket over it like a net, and with Tink's glow, we captured it gently. As the shadow calmed and returned to its owner, a tired street, artistry celebrated with ice cream from a nearby stand, vanilla swirls, and chocolates. But the real sweetness was the bond we'd formed. Mia hugged me tight. "Thank you, dear. I feel ready for anything now." I smiled, knowing she'd learned that courage comes from within, and friends make the journey better. Before I flew off, I left them a sprinkle of pixie dust. "Use it wisely," I said. "For dreams, not just flying." With a wave and a crow, Tink and I lifted into the dawn sky, the city shrinking below like a glittering map. Back in Neverland, I told the Lost Boys all about it. New York taught me that magic isn't just in fairy tales, it's in big cities, green parks, and kind hearts. And you, my listeners, remember, every day holds an adventure if you look with wonder. Stay curious, be brave, and never grow up too fast. Thank you so much, dear friends, for joining me on this whirlwind adventure through New York. Your smiles and imaginations make stories like this come alive. If you loved it, please subscribe to Apple Lemon Kids for more enchanting tales that whisk you away. And stay tuned, our next story promises even more surprises and magic you won't want to miss. Until then, dream big and fly high.